Everyone, it's Char from Char's Fashion. I'm running out of fucking content for the rest of the month. Influencer hasn't sent anything out, so it's quiet in the house right now. It's quiet. So I can do something. Usually I do my palette rotation, but I was showing some of the Curst Beauty products to some people. So, grab those brushes. And yes, I do have my brushes from TikTok shop. So I'm not worried too much about tonight. It's gonna get wiped off anyway. So my Black Veil Brides. So I happen to have the Dark Divine palette right here. It's got 2 mirrors. It's got some water activated eyeliner. It's got some pretty shades that I don't really play with. So let's play with those tonight. And I'm not really gonna powder my face. I don't need to lock everything in. It's all just gonna come off. That brush clean. Yes, this brush is clean. So let's see. I'm not gonna do a full-on transition shade. What I'm gonna try to do is use things I haven't really dipped into in this palette. So I'm thinking about going, oh, where do I want to go? I'm gonna go right here. Tap it. Don't scrape it. Tappies. Just want to take that right there. Now, if you, these are buildable. Now, if you want, you can always wet your brush. I don't want to. Yes, I did repaint the color of my nails. I put that lovely purple, I think it was Poine or Maniology. I think it was Poine. I'll have to double check that anyway. I'm not concerned about that. Ooh, that's pretty. Now, normally, you know, I don't reach for a red. Normally, you know, that same brush. I'm gonna go right here. Got a little like down here. I know I don't normally do that. Like kind of at the crease of the eye. I like that so far. Yeah, that's not bad actually in person. Then I'm gonna grab this brush and go into, there's a silver shade in here that I have not really dipped into. I might pick that one up, I'm not sure yet, but I do definitely know I'm using the black. I know that one for a fact. So yeah, let's pick that up. You know, it's like give the other shades that does pick up a chance to be used on the eye. See that? Oh, that's so pretty. That is. See, that lays down really nice. Now we're just going to blend this. I'm going to take my Jeffree Star brush. We're just going to go ahead and blend. Going up. As per usual. If you hear any snoring, my son is asleep. He snores. He was born with double deviated septum. If you don't know, that's his sinuses were almost swollen shut. when he was born, which is sad because I never knew that until one of his doctors discovered when he was young that that's something that was wrong with him. And I am going to go ahead and dip into that black and do my brows. Just go very light with an angle brush. You can go with like a thin brush. Y'all, it's still hot here in New Jersey. Now, yesterday we had a thunderstorm that knocked the power out twice. A thing down the road. Apparently got struck by lightning on one of the poles. One of the transformers got struck. Transformers, more than meets the eye. Let's see. You know what? A cheek. Now let me remind you that if you thought you left without something like a contour or bronzer, or you thought you left without something for the cheek, you may or may not have. You may or may not have. Oh, I'm so used to grabbing for the Juvia's Place brush, so I'm going to dip into that brown. Let's do this. Very lightly under your cheekbone. Mine is here. I have a high cheekbone, as so did my ancestor. There was still some on the brush, so I'm not worried about that. Okay, so like I said, the cheek, right? You're never without something for the cheek. The only pink thing in here is that water activated eyeliner, and we're not using that. What we're going to do is go right here. Trust me, she's pigmented. So very, and ever so gingerly, put it softly on your cheek and build it going up. Go from the apple to here, the apple to the temple. Get back in that. The apple to the temple, and go very light. Trust the process. Because you don't have to dip back into that with the, like, come on, that color is still there on the brush a little bit. There's that. Okay, and then, let's see, what do I want to use? Dip into that silver a little bit. Pick up a little bit of that silver. That's your highlight for your cheek. Little cheeky highlight moment with that. And that right there, that actually does work. It's kind of pretty. I like that. I like it. I think that's pretty. Oh well, that's my opinion. Because it's my opinion. And it's me. I like what I like. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back to, where's the angle brush? The angle brush. Wait, no. First, we're gonna do a little dark mood. We're gonna dip into that black. Bring it right there. Am I going to be doing any more versus videos? I should. It gives me something to do. I get bored. Yes, I know I need to finish that bag this week, because this weekend I'm going to feature it at Michael's again before it's shipped out next month. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that doesn't take a lot. And then I'm going to pick up kind of like that white color that's in there. Pick that up. Yes, I know how my eyebrows look at the moment. Thank you. That can be fixed. I don't really care. I do not really care. Now, I could have done a similar with the Hide Your Face palette, the Bokwa Hide Your Face palette. My goodness. Something went wrong with that. That's some Tammy Faye Baker right there. Okay, so we're going to dip in that black again. Lately, I'm going to say this, lately, social media, except for a few people that I actually trust, and that's far few and fucking between, that I actually trust a lot of people, because I only have a very small circle of people that I actually trust. I can deal with the people that are adult enough as adults to be on apps. Look, I'm just going to say this. If you're not mentally adult enough to be on an app, don't be on it. I'm just going to be honest with you. Anyway, I'm going to take this black glitter, pop that right there. The sparkly moment on the edge. Anyway, that's pretty though. Just quite lovely. Normally I wouldn't do a lip, but why the hell not? Let me get that. So I could just line my lips and do something, but I'm going to take this. This is my favorite black shade that's a matte liquid lip. It's Ritual. I love these. These are still available. Don't sleep on it. I still have a code. It just changed until I can change it back. So I'll see about somewhere attaching that. So this is what I like to do. Just me. You could take this and use it as a lip liner. That looks funny. Okay, hold on. And now that that's lined, let it sit for a few minutes. I mean, you can kind of bring that in. Like that. If you want to know how to get that even, that's how you do that. Okay, so we'll let this kind of like mattify because I'm going to be using a new shade from Curst. And let's see, I think it's Sugar Sin. Yes, Sugar Sin. I love this. And it smells so good. It's a lip gloss, but you can use a lip gloss with this. It's very goth-tabulous. There you go. And no, I'm not going to take my hair down. It's too freaking hot in here. Even though I have my tower fan on, it's just too hot in here. So anyway, playing with some makeup before I wipe it off. Actually, I think that turned out pretty gosh darn. Okay, fine. Let me show you what it looks like with the hair down. Remember, when you put your hair up, you're basically snatching your face. So yeah. And for me, being in my 50s, I try my best to take care of myself. A lot of water. A lot of water. No substances that should not be in my body. That's one thing. No drinking. No other thing. Nope. Anyway. Takes forever sometimes to brush out my wavy curly hair, but I don't mind. I do not mind anyway. That's funny. I'm not gonna edit that. Screw it. Anyway, so this is what it looks like from the Dark Divine palette from Curst Beauty. Some of their products will still say Curst Cosmetics, and that's perfectly fine because it can make you stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. And the nails match the look. I'll see you in the next one.